First off, congratulations to Virginia Tech as the Coastal Division champions. They earned it, and they certainly showed why they were today. They played very well from beginning to end and in all phases, so credit goes to their coach and their coaches. Regarding our performance, I have a base philosophy, and that is the team plays the way they're prepared, and I'm responsible for how our team plays. I'm responsible for how they're prepared, and I'm responsible for how they execute. And clearly what the outcome today showed that I didn't prepare them well enough in all phases to handle this opponent in this setting and to give us a chance to win. I'm appreciative to our players and how hard they've tried all year and how much they believed in myself and the new staff. And embracing the culture we've brought. Lots and lots and lots of work to do just in playing the game of football and executing that at a really high level. I certainly wanted the outcome to be different for our seniors, and really for the parents of our seniors and that have traveled so faithfully, and to all members of our team, I've really been touched by a pretty unique experience with a group of people that are that resilient and that tough and that encouraging just to keep going and going and going. And that's what I've liked most about my team, just that they keep bouncing back. And I'm proud of them for that. So with all that, I'll take all the questions that are coming. Yeah.
What do you say to your players after a game like this and a season like this, particularly the ones who are coming back next season?
Well, first there's addressing the brutal facts that we have a long ways to go to be a championship caliber football program and to be a consistent winner. And so, again, self-assessment is first, which I shared with them, and anything that I can do better and our program can do better. My job is to uncover every one of those things and continue to work on it. And for what I tell everyone else, the first thing that has to happen is a realistic internal dialogue is, number one, do you believe it can happen? And do you want to follow the direction that the program is going? And once that self-assessment is made, because this isn't a time or a program where you can be in between. This is a massive change effort. It will require everything that I have, my coaches have, and these players have, and anyone that comes to join us. And it can't be for someone that hasn't decided yet. And so that was just a simple framework that I allowed and put in front of them after I shared my appreciation to frame moving forward what it's really going to take.
Could you talk about the decision to use alternating quarterbacks?
Yeah, the decision was something that we thought Matt Johns would give us some composure and poise in managing early downs and some of the run-pass option things and different things that might help us add some momentum and consistency throughout the game, and then the possibility of downfield throws if we got behind the sticks and things that might require a bigger arm, so to speak, and what Kurt really does well in eluding pressure and delivering the ball downfield. So there was elements of an existing offense that were then broken up, and that's the direction we chose to go.
Like I said in the past, the two-quarterback system is not what you want to do.
Right.
What
Man, we're in a unique situation, and so it's not ideal, nor will it ever be ideal. But we did think in this game it would give us our best chance to help our current team and our current situation move the football and score points. And so my philosophy hasn't changed one bit, nor will it ever. One quarterback, a single starter is what's ideal, and rarely will I ever consider doing it another way. These circumstances were a little bit different, and that's why I chose to do it.
In a 2-10 season, it started as it did, ended as it did. Other than resilience, is there anything that you see that you build on?
Oh, I see a lot. I'm sure the easy stories will be not to see that. But I saw a stretch in the season where almost every area that we targeted was improved, and there was more consistent play and improvement throughout the year. What people remember usually are beginnings and ends. My job is much different than that. I look for every single thing that's improved, and I saw more consistency and a better execution in almost every phase of the game at moments and at times, and it stretches through the year.
Coach, how different has it been for you after being at a program that wins year in, year out? How different has this year been for you?
Yeah, it's a hard one. I don't know how to describe that. Learning, growth, challenge, resilience, and maybe the most learning that might have ever taken place in my football career has happened this season.
Or there's one stretch where late in the first half where Kurt kind of rolled out and kind of that backyard play we've seen before to Joe Reed, big play on the sideline. Very next play, go in with Matt. Was it a set thing? Like, you know, such and such down, we're going with him no matter what happens?
Types of plays and personnel. It was scripted that way.
We've asked you about the offense. Defense gives up 579 yards. What did you see it on that end?
We were outplayed in every area. Virginia Tech ran the ball at will. That's what really allowed the momentum of the game to be controlled the way it was. And then we were playing quite a bit of off coverage, and then we struggled tackling when they were throwing shorter passes. And then there were routes that resembled shorter passes, double moves, stop and go as out and ups, those kind of things, and our eye control was poor. So there really wasn't anything that I prepared them well for. That'll be the best message. And usually players play as they're prepared. And so we didn't execute in a manner that would allow us to control the game, limit the points, or be competitive today. And I'm responsible for that, directly responsible.
In the preseason, you had said that you felt like a massive culture change was needed to this program. And even with that knowledge, did you think that this is going to be the challenge that as it turned out to be?
I've learned a lot in every single area about this program, about the existing history, team, and a lot about UVA football. And I'm not sure you can ever truly assess it until you're in it. But a massive change effort is the right descriptor. It is possible. I think we are capable. Longer and harder than what I first suspected.
You saw Connor in there today as well. Obviously that play could have planned. Was that another thing where personnel, I think it was 3rd and 10. Was it going to be like an option play? What was the...
Connor's worked hard as well and deserved to play.
Coach, we're not going to get to talk to you much between now and spring. You've obviously gone through a really tough season. Are there aspects of your program you feel like you need to change, given what you've experienced this year, or do you feel like your plan is still solid and something you're going to...
The existing plan that's in place has proven to be successful for a long time. That does not mean that that every plan works for every place. I'll look at every part of the program and then make adjustments as needed to learn, grow, and move forward. I'm not stubborn in that regard. I want this team to win, and I want to use them in schemes and strategies and designs that will give them their best chance. History's demonstrated that it worked very well in the past, but I want what will work now and will help this program and this team accomplish our goals in the shortest amount of time and last the longest in terms of sustainability.
What are some of the biggest problem areas that you see going into the offseason in terms of things that have to improve for this program?
So there's lots and lots of player development work that needs to go. We're a youthful football team. We're a team that's not very deep. We need to be physically more mature and stronger. We need to build the mental resiliency of our program. We need to add roster depth and numbers as fast as possible to make sure that we can practice and train the way that we need to and get the volume of repetition we need on the football field. All the fundamental work that has to do with football, we need improvement there. And so all that I've learned is the reference point is below what I thought, and it will take everything that I have, our staff has, and these players have to right it and get it the way that I think we all want it to be.
Did you see the kind of grit today from your players when Tech got up, say 28-0, and things kind of snowballed, or?
Yeah, they tried hard. They did not play well, but again, I'm responsible for how they play. But the methodical execution of Tech, I was with the team. I was looking in their eyes, and they were disappointed, but they weren't defeated.